Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
Pat's Cafe and Catering has been proudly serving customers in Lawrenceburg since 1987. For 4 generations, our family-run cafe has served up delicious breakfast and lunch favorites, with friendly service and a welcoming atmosphere. We also offer full-service catering and can help to make your next party or event a success. For great food and friendly faces, visit us today at Pat's Cafe and Catering.
At Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, we're proud to be locally owned and operated because we're not just a bank, we're family. When you call, you'll be greeted by a friendly representative who's ready to discuss your banking needs, as well as offer our competitive rates on CDs and money market accounts. Our loan decisions are made in-house and never sold to a secondary market because our commitment is simple. You matter to us. At Lawrenceburg Federal, we offer all the conveniences of larger banks with a personal touch. Join us at Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, where community, trust, and service come together.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Okay, X Sports Live, AJ Good, joined by Clint Brazier, Michael Marks, and Hayden Burks, and our good guy over here, Clint, brought us some gifts today because, you know, Ben doesn't stock the fridge, so Clint had to bring us some sun drops.
And honestly, I said that more as a joke, and I went in there, the only thing in there to drink, some 2 damn empty Coke cans that's been open for 3 weeks now.
In the same spot.
In the same spot. Is the one on the top shelf still here?
Yeah.
I think there's one on the top and 2 on the bottom.
Yeah, that's the one Dusty was playing about. The ones that he got upset about. But, you know, Hayden doesn't like Sundrop.
Yeah.
This is something me and Dusty...
Next time I bring something, what do you want, Big guy?
Let's do Pepsi.
All right.
Can't go wrong with Pepsi.
So that's one thing me and Dusty got on him. I think we spent like half a basketball season getting on him about not liking Sundrop.
Because it was a big kahuna.
It was a slushy, and you're just like, just your attitude towards it was just like...
I had it once, and I just wasn't a big fan of it, and then after that...
Of a slushy? Or something?
No, just a sun drop.
It was a sun drop slushy.
I mean, it's like you ain't even from here.
Yeah.
No, it's... Hey, sweet tea.
Are you a foreigner?
Huh? Almost.
Well, you know, do they have this south of Tennessee, or is this just?
Yeah, you can. It's branched out. You can actually find them at the beach and certain spots and stuff now. But now, used to when you'd go on vacation, if you wanted Sundrop, you better load it up and take it.
Well, I'm about to go home to West Virginia next week.
I don't know if you can find it there.
But we do have the North Carolina specialty, Cheerwine. Cheerwine's in about every gas station.
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
Have you had Cheerwine before?
I haven't.
You've had it, haven't you, Hayden? How
I don't think so.
Cheer One is like a sweeter Dr. Pepper. It's
Okay.
probably the best way. And you know what? When I go back home, I bring you guys.
All right.
We'll have a sampling.
I would say that's
Yeah.
what we'll do the next
That-
Wednesday you're back.
That and we've got Bob Evans, even though we
Yep.
have Cracker Barrels everywhere. Bob Evans. I actually grew up 45 minutes from the original Bob Evans. And on top of that, I'll bring you guys some West Virginia pepperoni rolls.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
You gotta
happy
get
about
them
that.
from the state,
All right.
and because we have sheets, I'm telling you, if we put a sheets in Lawrenceburg, it's going to change your all's life.
Okay.
How great!
We'll
Sheetz
start
is.
advocating for it.
You know what I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
yes.
They don't have any in Knoxville. But if you go towards Bristol, Johnson City,
a little east, a little more
they have
east.
those. Well, guys, it's a dead period. Obviously, no practicing, nothing going on here for the next couple weeks, or as Clint used to call, vacation time.
Yeah, it's been weird the last 2 years. Just it's like, wait, we can go whenever we want.
Yeah.
We don't have to wait till the end of July.
So
June.
I mean, I know you did the summer ball thing, and you were a coach, and your kids went up through high school. So was it always been 2 weeks, or I thought it was just one?
It up until recently, it was just 1 week.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think it's been 2 since I was in high school, but I know before that I'm pretty sure it was.
Now,
just one.
I can't speak for other schools. I know Summertown was always pretty good. Volleyball after dead period would get cranked up because
Right.
that starts when school
Your
starts.
summer
Football would
seasons
get
with
cranked up after
Nothing
dead
half
period.
away, yeah.
Golf. But, your basketball coaches, your softball, they wouldn't do anything, especially at a school like Summertown and probably Loretto where you have just so many people playing multiple sports. You need a break.
Right.
So
Yeah. So, any good vacation stories from dead period?
Well, we would go. We made several beach trips and several mountain trips and several. That's usually when your World Series are.
Yeah.
We're usually playing ball.
Yeah.
It's like, well, where are we going on vacation / World Series this year?
Yeah.
And that's what that would be. It was so. I texted one of my former players, Miss Blake Austin, played at Muscle Shoals. Now she's at Wallace State, who just made that run in the JUCO World Series, and she's probably going to be going bigger. But I saw where she's doing lessons in Florence, and I just sent her a message, said, this makes me so proud.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I may be calling you. And I said, well, I miss it. So, it's nice that I get to, that if I just decide, if me and Gretchen decide, well, hey, let's go to the mountains this weekend, we can. But I also miss that, well, we got to wait till the end of June, and then we'll go to the beach for a week and throw in a tournament with it too. So, but I do miss it. So it's a lot of give and take.
Yeah. And for you, I know you guys were involved with it back from West Virginia. Practicing in the summer and dead period is not a thing for us because we are behind the times in so many ways, and that's one of the reasons. But any good stories from you guys on dead period?
I about to say, I just remember that was always the time you could go on vacation. That 2 weeks, I didn't really have to face dead period too much until my junior year and senior year playing basketball, but. But before that, just playing soccer, we didn't really have to worry about dead period. But I do remember it was you had to go on vacation, and that was your time off, and you really got to enjoy it. That 2 weeks was nice, and then that first week back sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, when I was in high school helping with the basketball team over there, dead period was a weird time, and then you get to see who was staying in shape and who wasn't staying in shape. So that was fun just to say, okay, well, we know what he was doing this whole 2 weeks while he wasn't,
You get back and your bench
you get
max
back,
30 pounds less.
Yep, exactly that. You can't run going up and downs on the basketball court. So it was fun to get on to some of the guys that I knew and all that stuff.
When mine was in high school, it was kind of different. The older two only played basketball and softball. So dead period hit, and we wouldn't necessarily go on vacations. The ones that were playing travel ball, we would go wherever they were going that week. But now when M got to be in high school, who played volleyball, you better take it dead period because that's the only chance you're getting.
Right.
Because as soon as it's over with, it's practice 4 days a week.
Right.
And then when school starts, it's every day. And then you're playing. And so it was kind of different with the older two kids because, they had they're all their basketball coaches we've had at Summertown. Hey, we're not going to do anything till the middle of October,
Right.
other than what we do in fourth period or whatever. So, you could always kind of jumble it around. But now, when it came to volleyball time, especially the way they like to do it in Summertown and Loretta,
Start
no.
playing
Yeah,
mid-July.
you got to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't go on vacation by the time dead period's over with, guess what?
You
don't
ain't
get
going.
one.
Yeah.
That Monday back, you're starting the season because that season starts in about a month and a half. So you're doing a pro style training camp by that point.
And I want to give, especially Jeremy Jean, a ton of credit because, you would win a state championship in volleyball.
Yeah.
And a lot of coaches would be like, all right, practice tomorrow. He wouldn't. He would give you at least, sometimes even a week.
Yeah.
I can remember winning the state championship in volleyball, going to the airport, going to Disney for a week.
I remember you did that.
And so it's nice to have coaches that know we don't need to burn our kids out too, especially multi-sport athletes. So
Yeah, I feel like that's a big problem you're running into with a bunch of kids.
it is.
They'll start their high school career playing 3 sports, and then by their senior year, they might only be playing one just because they're so burnt out from going from season to season to season.
is.
Or like we've seen with some of the kids around here, they're so hardcore about it, playing all these multiple sports that you're like, okay, where's this guy going to go to college? And they're like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I want to go to college to just be a student. I don't want to be,
Yeah.
an athlete because you think this is tough.
It's a job
It's
at the
now
university.
it's a job
Yeah.
at the college level. So, a whole lot of different things. Well, I saw something today, guys. Couple schools, couple states.
You took his microphone.
Did you take his microphone?
I mean, we'll share it.
What you say?
Let's see what happens here.
I don't think it's him. He didn't cuss enough trying to get in the door.
Live and the big fella's here. He brought you a sun drop.
Yeah, there ain't nothing in that refrigerator except them same 3 cans. So he might as well just. I got you a sun drop, big guy. Me and you gonna share a microphone.
Get y'all nice and snuggled up.
How was your work day, my friend?
Oh man, it's awesome. How about y'all?
It was a day.
It was a day. Well, I was brief.
Who's this cat? It's like something come on.
He likes the orange.
It's like he just came right out of Alumni Hall,
Yeah.
having the time of his life.
Hey, this is the old 90s Raptors logo, but with Smokey on it.
Oh, I just noticed. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty good.
I would say they used to give out some pretty cool shirts like that at ball games.
Well, there's 2 states today that have the shot clock in basketball put up on its agenda, and both of
For
them
high school.
For high school, yes, and both of them did not approve of it. It will not move on to the next step. Just kind of Tennessee was not one of them. They were northwestern states that had it up on the board. Thoughts for you guys? Could Tennessee potentially be one of those places that could or should have a shot clock?
I think it needs to,
100%.
honestly. Yeah, just because, one, it's going to get you ready for the next level, and I've seen it. I've seen freshmen come in over at UT Southern that have no clue how to play with a shot clock. Their mind isn't there. So, one, I think it'll help the next, them get ready. It doesn't have to be like 35-25. That's what the shot clock needs to be. But I think it'll help that, and I think it'll help speed the game up a little bit more as well. So
Yeah, that's the thing. We need the game sped up because I can just, personally from Loretto games, there have been a lot of games. I can remember Sub-State in 2020. We were playing Richland. The final score of that game was 39-29, and it wasn't because of poor shooting. There was a bunch of that, but that wasn't the reason. And if you have a shot clock, it makes the game flow a lot better. Nobody wants to pay to come watch a Sub-State game and 2 teams just hold the ball.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I got mixed feelings because
I'm the same way.
because I get it. It's really really tough because you can if you do it right, like Mount Pleasant tried against Loretta this year. I think that was the closest game until the state tournament that Loretta had was Mount Pleasant holding the ball. And if they don't do that, they're going to get blown out like they did every other time they played.
Yeah.
I would say because we went up there and ran with them and won that game by 35 or 40, and then they came back and
That's what, but 50.
Yeah.
Beat them by 50
Yeah.
at their own place.
Yeah.
So it will take, some of that. I do worry about, especially on the girls' side. I don't want this to come off sexist to any of our viewers, but some of the bad teams that you're going to say, well, it's going to be a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of.
We already have a lot.
And I don't know I don't know that will speed the game up. I don't know that won't stop the game to have to inbound the ball and reset.
Right.
So I don't know, but there are so many games that I've watched and covered and called over the years. I'd say, God, we need a shot clock.
Yeah.
So again, it's a mixed bag because I can see it being very beneficial, but I can also see it hurting a lot of teams that are always just going to struggle. You know, it just is what it is.
It's a struggle too as well because I mean, it's a struggle to just find people to work at the scoreboard. Now that's an extra person that's going to have to keep up with that too.
I saw a comment on one of the posts today. It's like, well, they don't have trouble getting guys to run the play clock in football.
Yeah.
So that could be something they could do. What do you think, big fella?
I'm kind of like Brazier. I got mixed emotions. I see what you say about getting ready for the next level, but I think about
They've been getting ready for the next level for 100 years without a shot clock.
exactly. That's
You
what I'm
know?
saying. And so now look at it as in. So now, how you train your freshmen? Because they just come out of middle school with no shot clock.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much, they all run the same offense. For the most part.
At your better programs or feeders.
Yes. So at that point now, you see what I'm saying? Like I don't.
It's
I
a
don't
trickling
know.
effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at the top level, like state tournament, when you're talking, the top teams are there. It certainly works, but I understand it from your point. If you got some of these teams that we see that just struggle to get the ball up half court, that could be.
I would say there's got to be a way to conditions.
I mean, you got to think every 35 seconds you're going to probably have to stop the game, inbound the ball, and give it to the other team.
Right. Yeah.
Because some of these teams that can't get a shot off, can't get but 4 or 5 shots off a whole game anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but on the other hand, I think the game's different. I mean, the game's changed. It's a different game now. So maybe I hope if it is something, it's a trial thing.
Yeah.
Like throw it in for 1 year, put it up 45 seconds or something.
Let's see what happens, and then let's get back and say, was this
45 seconds? That mean you're saying you want to speed the game up? I mean,
but that
we're already playing an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So I think it makes the game longer if you go 45. I mean, that's a minute.
Yeah, well, it's just something longer.
Well,
just to
I
kind of
think
get the feel
30,
for it.
35, and then if they get the offense rebound, 25 seconds. Because in college, it's 30, 20, and then pros, it's 24, 14.
Well, I say do it however you're going to do it, but don't be afraid that if it all comes down and and every one of your referees and you have a lot of controversy with it, say, all right, we're going to keep it like it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be the same as college.
Yeah.
If you're saying
30,
get them
20.
ready, if you're saying get them
Well,
ready,
I mean, I can say 5. I could see 5 extra seconds.
Yeah, 5 extra
or something.
seconds won't hurt, I don't think.
But then the thing
Yeah, I
is, when
get
there's
the 30
close
seconds.
shot clock violations and stuff like that, you don't have review, and it could get, again, like you said, with controversial calls, because I feel like there's always a little bit of drama when stuff gets going down here. So,
Well, especially with how our area is, too, with officials, and we struggle to have officials.
Well, you got to think about it. Let's say a team realizes shot clock's going out, they put their head down and they get to the rim and throw something crazy up. You're either going to get a lot of foul calls on bailouts, or you're going to get a whole lot of charges and things like that, because it's just going to be panic modes. I don't care. I don't have any play anymore. I'll call it however need to, but if it's me, leave it like it is.
For the most
It's always been that way. Leave it.
For the most part, most of the teams that we call and we do games for, that's not an issue.
No.
Like the 35, a 25-second clock, they're going to get their shots off. And but I can see it's those games where it's the 39-29 when you're averaging 70, 80 points a game, and some teams are sitting there like that. Like maybe the officials can, the moment someone becomes within breathing distance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Well, and listen, I mean, there are games that you just can't help it that teams know how to hold the ball, but there's a lot of times that the other team doesn't know how to react.
Yeah.
If you try to hold the ball on the team I'm coaching, I'm not going to let you.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to let them play like they want to.
Yeah.
So
Not going to see like we saw with the Lawrence County boys of Marshall County a couple years ago, where they held the ball for 5 minutes and 30 seconds, and it was a master class of just dribbling, milking the clock against that really good Marshall County.
Hey, I
It was
came
very
out in foul
impressive.
trouble at Lincoln County, and am no way in saying that I was a primetime player. but my senior year, I was, because we were really bad. But I came out of the game, and they went into a stall, and I couldn't get back in.
Yeah.
I could not get back in the game basically missed the whole fourth quarter because of it.
Yeah, stalling, yeah.
And so there's times it works.
Yeah. I bet, were you screaming at the scores table, we need a shot clock?
No.
We need a shot clock.
No, I mean, I was trying to yell at all my team to go foul, go foul, go foul. But anyways.
Well, it's a debate, and every state's having it at some point throughout the year. And I see all sides of the argument, so it's certainly something everyone's got an opinion about, or sometimes they don't have an opinion. It's just
Well, next week they'll ask for a pitch clock in high school baseball, which
yeah.
I mean, you know what's coming.
Yeah, that's that and everything else. We're coming up next, guys. We've got a lot of stuff going down in the NBA. We've got a new champion, and the draft is going to start in
about
about
OKC?
40 minutes. It's coming up next on Exports Live.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real and Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Hammock, General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, your Chevy GMC dealer in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I'm from Marshall County, Tennessee, where I went to Cornersville High School. I attended Cumberland University. After Cumberland, I went into the United States Marine Corps to serve the country. After that, I went right back into the car business. I'm very familiar with the car business. I have been around the car business pretty much my entire life. And my commitment to you is to ensure the most competitive new and used vehicle pricing on the market, as well as the best service around. Well, we'll treat you like family here at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
A moment in real estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time, and nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
I asked him if he was a.
I
said, "Are you a
folks.
foreigner?"
Yeah, okay, folks. I want y'all to chime in. You can comment if you want to. I would rather you do that. How do you live in Lawrence County and don't drink Sundrop?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Ever.
Who-
I mean,
Ever,
don't like
like, and I mean, snarl your nose to it, like, oh my god.
No, no.
That's what happened, remember?
Yes.
It was Big Kahuna.
Yes.
We got him a slushie.
No, I have.
My daughter
Your
brought.
daughter did, yes.
Oh, a Sundrop slushy?
Yes.
Yeah, them things are awesome.
No, I was telling y'all when I was little, I tried it, and I just haven't been.
How little are we talking?
Like
He must have been like 1.5.
no, I was like
He must have
11.
picked up the wrong cup. Somebody had to mix with some old charter or something.
Must have or had a cigarette butt in it. You know?
It's a dip cup. Or something.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I just remember she brought it. We sat in next to him because we were having the time of our lives, eating all that good Big Kahuna food, and he just literally goes,
Yeah, I mean, like, snarled his nose and pushed it away. I mean,
And
you'd have thought it was pickle juice or
I
something.
mean, we stopped right in the middle of the game and go, "Did you just do that?"
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, the
you?
game's still going. I don't
Yeah.
care about the game at this point.
Yeah, they were winning.
There are bigger
big.
things at hand. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah, we got.
Snore your nose at Sundrop.
Was,
Was
it was last summer we tested his southernness. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah, he don't have any.
What was it?
If you
what
call
was,
baby back ribs Southern, then I guess he's Southern. But outside of that, I mean, chicken nuggets, mashed potatoes don't count.
I know. Was it
Yeah,
big-
mashed potatoes.
What was it? Was it meatloaf you don't like? We went through all the
Oh
foods.
man,
I don't even remember,
He played on
really.
the country fried steak.
Do you?
Do I? Yeah. I eat
Oh, I almost got that for lunch today.
You pork chops?
pork chops.
Okay, good.
Not all the time, but I eat them. I'll eat them.
bologna
yeah.
sandwiches.
Oh
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
that's a classic.
absolutely.
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Get that from the Quick Mart down the street.
You eat spam?
Do I eat what?
Spam?
Nope.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm shaking my head to the spam too.
Yeah.
I don't know,
So, I
bro.
don't know.
Hey, listen, I got kids like it too. He's just young.
He is.
He's just young.
That's still something.
Taste will change. Well, guys,
I mean, listen. That's to me, it's a delicacy getting to eat some Vienna sausages, some hot sauce, and some cheese.
Correct. Correct.
Shit, that's like caviar.
Guaranteed. Better than escargot.
we've got a new champion in the NBA. Legit new, like first time ever winning it. The OKC Thunder topping Indiana as Halliburton goes down with the ACL injury there in the first
Achilles.
Achilles.
Did y'all
yep.
see the slow-mo video? of
Yeah.
that whole pop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I even knew what it
The other
was.
thing, they didn't have to, they just kept playing it over and over. I'm like, come on, people.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty. So we've talked about some. What are your all's thoughts about Thunder bringing home that first ever title?
Oh, listen, I think we talked about it last week. No matter who won it, it was going to start a new era of, this old guard is fizzling out. Hopefully this is LeBron's last year. But, I mean, you're starting to see it. Steph's 2 steps behind now. And we're seeing that you don't, the super teams don't win anymore.
Right,
It's
right.
youth. It's a young man's game. What's the oldest on OKC?
23.
23.
That's
That's their average age is 23.
23 years old. So,
The youngest team in 48 years to win the NBA championship.
I don't know how many of those guys can go get paid next year. You guys might.
Chet and Jalen Williams have a player option not after this upcoming off season, and I think Lou Dort's for an extension too.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's the only. I think you're going to keep seeing these kind of teams do it until they win one, and then their better players can go off and get big contracts.
Mm-hmm. And then draft some other guys too with all draft
Well,
picks.
it's what OKC tried before with Westbrook and Harden and Durant. They just couldn't get it done before they got too good to have to split them up.
But these guys plays defense.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I tried to compare them the other day to that OKC bunch with Durant, Harden, Westbrook, and
Serge Ibaka. I mean, that team was good.
but they didn't. There was just too much ego on that team.
Right.
And there just was. This bunch you got, their goal was to win it. It didn't matter who's the leading scorer. It was pretty balanced across the board. Their whole team, and it's what you like to see. But it's also one of those. Well, how long is that run going to be now? Because somebody's fixing to try to get paid.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they have 35 more first-round picks behind it, so they just keep rotating guys out.
Yep.
What do you think, big fella?
No, I mean, that's it. I was just going to talk about the defense. You know, we were talking about the difference. I mean, it was from game 1 to game 7. I mean,
there was
teams
only
played
one
defense.
game where one team scored 120 points.
Yeah, and you know, props to Indiana. They didn't give up. You know, your star goes down twice, and they're still in the finals.
Yeah.
You know, they're still.
I was very. I honestly thought when they forced Game 7, I said they're going to win it. I really
listen,
did.
I did too. I thought, well, I guess my pick OKC going all the way was wrong. I hate it for Halliburton. I think the guy, they said he's hit 4 game-winning shots in these playoffs this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's impressive. You know, people, you just don't see that happen a lot. But hey,
and shouldn't even be there. I mean, that collapse that Milwaukee had.
Oh, they just laid it ahead.
Up 9 with
37 seconds.
Yeah. So yeah,
They's riding the coattail of Reggie right there.
Yeah. That and then you know, dominating Cleveland and some of the meltdowns that the Knicks had late in games. I mean, this Pacer team just did not give up, and that included this series as well. And you guys mentioned it. It was great to watch a finals with like high level defense. It really was. It felt like every game was just incredible watching really good defenders shut down really good shooters.
Yep. I went back and watched some clips and was listening to some of the commentary on it. And I'm sure y'all probably did too. And they said it, you know, it's all on the line here. And by the time he said that, looked like Caruso tipped a ball, and then it was like 4 tips, and you got 4 guys just rolling around on the ground. The ball's still loose, you know. They don't do that in regular season.
Right.
I would say you're not used to seeing that in the NBA.
No,
You're used to seeing that in college, and everything's on the line every play. It almost felt like a college game.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been a busy offseason already. We've got some trades, we've got some wheels and deals, we've got the draft here in half an hour, and guys, it's been really busy, and I think our landscape, you know, Porzingis has gone out of Boston. It looks like they're about to blow that thing up after the Tatum injury.
Did you see where since Kevin Durant's now with the Rockets, he's actually got the rainbow flag now?
Yeah, jerseys.
Basketball will travel.
My wife was chuckling on the couch a couple nights ago, and then she goes, "I'm just going to send it to you." And I thought it was like some, you know, babe, because we're potty training our 3-year-old right now, some potty training video. No, it was the Kevin Durant rainbow flag of uniforms. So that's kind of the big one, and it's a trade that does make sense for Houston. They get a clutch shooter. They add with a bunch of young guys. Fran VanVleet just re-signed today, or he's about to re-sign. He's going to do it on a discounted deal. This is a Houston team that has, I think the organization is bought in, and they're going all in for it, and they're getting the guys on top of it that can buy into it as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. With Kevin Durant, obviously he's on the back end, and I think this is his last opportunity to get something going. That's kind of what Houston's problem was, when they didn't have that legit scorer. I mean, they thought Jalen Green was that guy, but he had a really bad playoff run for Houston. I mean, I think he had a 37-point game in Game 2 after that. He barely broke 15 most of the nights, but they traded him over to Phoenix, and I know Houston, they're making the pick at number 10 tonight, but that pick is going to Phoenix. So, but then again, like I said, you know, with Kevin Durant, this is his last shot to kind of shut people up. But then again, you know, it's just kind of how he is, and can he be that number 1 guy? So we'll see.
He don't care.
Yeah, he don't. Yeah.
Am I not the only one that finds it a little weird you break a huge trade right before the Game 7 of the finals? Because I feel like other sports, NFL, when the playoffs are going on, you don't hear anything about what's going on in the playoffs. I think Major League Baseball has like fined a team before for like making an announcement during.
A-Rod going to the Yankees happened during the World Series.
Yeah, I'm about to say
like
it may have been the Yankees that got fined for making a big announcement like that during the World Series, and NBA is just like just throwing it in there.
This is a different league.
I've always said for a long time, I think the NBA offseason is more entertaining than the actual regular season.
Yeah, 100%.
Playoffs are great, but I think what happens from June to October when they play is it seems like it's more important than the regular season up to the playoffs. So thoughts on Cooper Flagg? I think we all know he's going to be the first overall pick. You guys have any thoughts on him going to Dallas? And is he going to be Larry Bird or is he going to be Christian Laettner?
I think he's going to be in the middle. I do. He's going to a really good team.
Yeah.
Now, did you guys hear LeBron say, well, Cooper Flagg, he's set up different than me. He's going to a team that's already established, where I had to go to Cleveland.
Listen.
Yeah, and then you went to Miami, and then you went back to Cleveland, and then you went to
ring culture,
Los
baby.
Angeles. Yeah. But I think it'll. I think he's going to a great spot. So I think he's going to be set up to. Now he's better than Christian Laettner. He might not, even though Laettner is one of the best college players of all time. But I think that he'll have a role at Dallas right away. He may not even be a starting role with as loaded as they are.
Right.
But he's going to a great spot, and I think they'll get the most out of him because God knows they're going to invest in him.
Right. This feels like one of the best teams that's had a number one pick since when we were talking about it earlier today. The Magic had one in like 92, maybe 91 when they drafted Chris Webber and then traded for Penny. The Celtics when they drafted Len Bias. I mean, it feels weird to have like a team with as much veteran presence as Dallas to have the first pick. And be able to get the next young superstar in Cooper Flagg, and they still have some youth on the team. Like Daniel Gafford's kind of he's not that old yet.
Yes, they can stay healthy.
Yeah, Derek Lively.
Kyrie with his coming off an ACL, he
he's about a big contract.
Signed a
3-year, 119.
And street clothes.
Listen, don't even talk about it. He's not. He's going.
I'll be honest with you. If I was Dallas, I wouldn't even play him until about the 1st of May. I'd be like, nah.
Yeah.
Let him heal.
Just get on that bicycle.
Just hope that Kyrie comes back. When he comes back, he's healthy. And Flagg.
About middle of April, I'd say, all right, you about ready to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
we're in the playing tournament.
It'd be on minute restrictions.
Yeah.
You get about 6 a game.
6 minutes a game.
And they're all going to be in the fourth quarter when we need defense and rebound.
Yes. All right, new thing. We can't talk about LeBron until basketball season gets here. It's terrible.
That bad?
That's what he wants. He wants us to talk about
I
him.
know.
Because he's not in the spotlight.
I know.
He's banned.
Well, I've learned it's clearly not that it's not that he has a problem with ring culture. He has a problem with more ring culture.
Yes.
Is what he does.
Yes.
Because he takes full responsibility and credit for the 4 he won. But what he has a problem with are the people that's won more than him. Because it's. I know that there's people that's going to die on that hill for him. But it's pretty sad to watch what he's turned into as a 41-year-old. Right. Somebody that's going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. But I mean, it's bad. I wish everywhere he goes on this retirement tour would boo the crap out of him.
Even Cleveland.
You guys want to,
especially.
I was about to say that might be the worst.
Yeah.
When he goes to Memphis, you guys want to go get tickets and just. Yeah,
we're
probably going to get kicked out.
I would love to go be one that LeBron has escorted out.
Yeah,
I would. Yes.
You pay for that?
Buy my ticket. I promise on national TV, I will get.
Let's take our equipment and we'll live stream the whole thing. That will be our exports live that week. Is us getting kicked out for booing LeBron.
Me and Clinton get.
I'll buy my own ticket.
Yeah,
I ain't buying everybody else's. But
no,
I'll buy my
yeah.
own ticket.
I'm in.
I'm in. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Watch, he'll set out that game.
that would make it even better because that way he can really hear us.
Yeah.
He can really.
No, he won't even travel.
He'll stay in L.A.
Bronny take his spot.
Yeah. Oh, God.
We can boo him for him. It'll be all right.
Well, guys, we got a new champion in college baseball, LSU, bringing home their 8th title. What was it you guys were telling me? They've gone to the College World Series 9 times, and they've won it 8 of the 9 times, so they certainly take advantage of it. So, Tigers with a couple first-round picks just kind of going, didn't lose a game, right?
Not in Omaha.
Yeah. So just like Tennessee Tennessee lost one in the championship.
That's the first game of the finals.
Yeah. So LSU just goes.
But hey, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just goes in there and just takes care of business. Really good pitching, timely hitting, and our national champions once again.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of assumed once we got to this point it was LSU and Coastal that LSU was going to show that they're an SEC team and this is what they should do. But I really had some faith in Coastal. Their pitching staff, and it looked like they had good numbers on paper, but just didn't translate to the field.
I tell you what, their coach put on a show and a hell of a press conference.
Yes,
So,
he did.
that was gold.
Yes.
Gold.
Kevin
It's
Schnall
not
might
my
be my guy.
responsibility to worry about the athleticism of a grown man.
That was the quote of the year. It was the quote of the year in college baseball. I should not be held responsible for the athleticism of a grown man.
It's the best push I've ever seen with a guy who has both of his arms down by his hips.
Yep.
I've never seen anything like that before.
And listen, I mean, what finally blew him up had the steal, clearly a ball. Catcher's up, catches it about right here, and gets called a strike, and he starts arguing it. You know, did he probably go over the top in the first inning? Yeah. But I think they've had an issue with this umpire in the major leagues. He got pretty much ran out of the major leagues.
Tennessee's had.
Tennessee has problems. Listen, Tennessee pisses every other. That's
their own fan base sometimes.
Clemson's had baseball coaches on a radio show today, Eric Bakich, and he was so this guy was an umpire in that Tennessee and Clemson regional game, and threw out Clemson's center fielder in like the 12th or 13th.
What did he do?
He looked and said something at a Tennessee guy running off the field and got tossed for it, and then had to miss the next game because if you're a player thrown out, you have to miss
the next.
Yep, and so Clemson had to throw some random guy out there in center field, and they lost that game to Charlotte. And the number, I think they were the 3 seed that year, didn't even make it out of their own region.
It's crazy, but I had my own feelings about it earlier this week. I just, it's a national championship game. Someone's trying to win a national
Turn
championship.
your rabbit ears off and grow your skin a little bit.
Just
well, can we not find 4 umpires that know how to de-escalate a situation? Because it looked like everybody was just all on him as soon as he came out of the dugout.
Yeah, and the warning went to the first base coach, and the manager, the head coach, was coming out going, "What's the warning for?" He points down there instead of saying it from behind the plate. He walked towards him, and then that's when he was like, "You missed 3 of them. You missed 3 blank pitches." Then he gets rung in the first inning. I mean, there's. We've seen it in other sports where Nick Saban gets on officials in the first quarter, and they're pretty cool about it.
How many times have you ever seen Nick Saban get ejected?
Exactly. Exactly. I just think there's something about baseball.
I'll find that number.
There's something about baseball where they just, at some point in those games, maybe because it just moves a little slower.
And it's not as loud. You can hear more specifically what coaches are saying, what players are saying. Yeah. I get it, but it's just like any other job. I think you've got to know the situation you are currently in, and that guy. I mean, he has very, very thin skin.
Yeah,
I mean,
very thin. Yeah, he had in 8 years he had 23 ejections.
Of course, if I'm coaching and I see he's behind my plate, I'm probably telling my team, and I'm probably telling myself, we got to shut up.
Yeah,
the best you can.
Nah, I say we have a Bobby Cox moment. Let's just go for it.
Yeah, you got to be quiet. By the way, anything that looks remotely close to the plate, swing at it because we have no clue what this guy's strike zone is. Just
if you got 2 strikes, you've got a strike zone about as big as that TV.
Yeah,
but shame on college baseball for putting that guy on the field in that game.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Shame on.
Heard he was an LSU graduate too. Is that right?
I'm pretty sure you're right.
That seems like a total conflict interest.
Yeah. That feels like something.
I don't know if that's right.
I would say that feels like something that just gets put on Facebook.
On a reel somewhere, I did see that somebody said that, but that doesn't mean that's true either.
Yeah, and he also had a god-awful Fu Manchu as well. Trying to be all big and tough, little man syndrome, rocking a beard. It just wasn't working for him. Well, guys, coming up next here, we're going to go into some trivia, talk some wrestling here on Exports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. ERCU, not for profit, for service.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
You remember that time when
Welcome back to X Sports.
Hey, you can't get it by us, hey.
Oh, man, I was just waiting. I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm like, all right, let me go. 3, 2. All right, here we go.
His hands are shaking over that thing.
And we're holding. And we're holding. Next time we'll hold for 30 minutes.
And I'll be, y'all boys go right ahead.
Well, guys, getting started off a little bit of a trivia. You guys know the answers to some of these, but I'm going to throw them at this, guys. Okay, I told you I had a baseball once about home runs. Give me before I give you the top 10, so we're talking multi-home run games, the guys with the most multi-home run games. There's two guys tied at 11th or 12th. Frank Robinson, Manny Ramirez each have 54. So give me some names who you guys think are in the top 10.
Frank Thomas.
Not up there.
Wow. Babe Ruth.
He's number 1, 72.
Barry Bonds.
Number 2, 71.
Hank Aaron.
Hank Aaron is tied for 7th at 62.
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams is not on the list.
That's 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Griffey
is tied for 9th or 10th, whatever.
A-Rod?
55. A-Rod's not. Yeah, no, A-Rod's in there. He is tied with Aaron at 7th with 62.
Pujols.
He's there at 5th at 65.
Paul Merrill.
Not on there.
Jeff Bagwell.
Mickey Mantle.
No, Mickey Mantle's not on there.
Willie Mays.
Willie Mays is 6, 63.
How many have we said?
McGuire?
Yep, McGuire's
How did I not
4th,
think of McGuire?
67.
Sosa.
3rd, 69. So you guys are missing one. And this is the one you all
This is the one we were a little slow on, which will make you feel dumb once you say it.
He's a really old school guy, but he's in the top 15 all time in home runs.
McGriff?
No.
Jim Thome.
No, we're talking old. Like
old?
The Gehrig, Babe Ruth era type guys.
Almost Wagner?
No.
And it's not Gary.
No.
Roger Maris?
No.
Nah, Maris was Mantle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be Ty Cobb, would it?
No. You just want me to get
It's definitely a niche guy.
Yeah. I mean, you have to.
DiMaggio?
No.
That would have been
After.
after.
Yeah, that was after.
Shoeless Joe.
Stan Musial.
No. Jimmy Fox.
Would have never have said Jimmy
know,
Fox.
that's what I'm saying. It every time Jimmy Fox, because he hit over 500 home runs.
I'd say it was like 545 or something like that.
You know, had over 3,000. He's one of the greatest players most people never talk about because he played so long ago, and he wasn't the best player in his generation as well. When you're dealing with Gehrig and you're dealing with
well, he didn't play for New York. That was his problem. He played half his career in Boston.
I told these guys I'm going to give them the mascot quiz, so we're talking Division One FBS. Excuse me. I'll give you guys the SEC ones so just to give you some gimmies here. Texas,
Longhorns,
Georgia,
Bulldogs,
Tennessee,
Volunteers, baby.
That's right.
Alabama,
them elephants,
LSU,
Tigers,
South Carolina,
Gamecocks,
A&M,
Aggies,
Ole Miss,
Rebels,
Missouri,
Tigers,
Florida,
Gators,
Arkansas,
Hogs,
Vanderbilt,
Commodores,
Oklahoma,
Sooners,
Auburn,
Tigers,
Kentucky,
Wildcats,
Mississippi State,
Bulldogs.
All right, we'll go to the other big conference.
Their answers are definitely better than ours.
Yeah.
The Big Ten: Oregon,
Ducks,
Indiana,
Hoosiers,
Penn State,
Navy Lions,
Ohio State,
Buckeyes,
Illinois,
Fighting Illini.
There you
Got
go.
it. There you go. There you go. Iowa,
Hawkeyes.
Michigan,
Wolverines.
Minnesota,
Oh,
I don't remember. Minnesota.
oh.
The fighting PJ Flex.
That's what I say. They row their boats.
I can't think.
It's like it's not like Hilltoppers. It's
it's
Gophers.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. USC,
Trojans.
Rutgers.
The Knights.
There
Scarlet
you go.
Knights.
Scarlet Knights.
Yep.
There you go. Washington,
Huskies.
UCLA,
Bruins.
Nebraska,
Cornhuskers.
Michigan State,
Sparty.
Spartans.
Wisconsin,
Badgers.
Northwestern.
Wildcats.
There you go. Maryland,
Terrapins.
Purdue.
Boilermakers.
Okay, let's go. All right, let's start getting with these group of 5 schools. Conference USA, Jacksonville State.
Wildcats.
Tigers.
Gamecocks.
Okay.
Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky is the.
Oh,
You
man.
just said it.
Hilltoppers.
There you go. There you go. These guys didn't get it either. Sam Houston.
Oh.
And see, now that I know the answer, I'm looking at
Sam
it.
Houston. I'm Alamo.
Bearcats. It's the Bearcats.
Sam Houston State, the fighting Alamo.
Liberty.
Bell.
Liberty Bell.
I don't know.
I would have said the Fighting Baptists, but it's the Liberty Flames. Louisiana Tech.
Ramblin' Wreck. And Louisiana Tech. What are the?
We should know that one.
Tech.
There's a couple of these in the SEC.
I want to say Wildcats, but
No.
Tigers.
No. It's not a cat. It's an animal, but it's not it.
Is it a bull? It's not a bulldog.
Yeah, it is a bulldog. There you go. There you go. UTEP.
Oh, I didn't know.
Coal miners.
Miners. Yep. You got it. You got it. FIU, Florida International.
I don't know.
Panthers. New Mexico State.
Tigers.
I don't know.
Aggies.
Okay.
MTSU.
Blue Raiders.
Blue
There you go.
Raiders.
Kennesaw State.
Oh, wow.
Red Raiders. I don't know.
Owls. All right, I'll give you another conference, and then I'll give you one more tough conference. Big 12, Arizona State,
Sun Devils.
Yep.
Iowa State.
Cyclones.
Yeah, good job. BYU.
Mormons. BYU. What is BYU? That
Aren't they they're an animal?
Yeah, they're an animal.
Yeah.
Close.
The Tigers.
Starts with the C.
The Cougars.
There you go. Colorado.
Buffaloes.
There you go.
Even though their actual live mascot's a bison. It's really disappointing.
Baylor.
Oh, what are they called? Man, the Baylor.
Starts with a B.
Oh my goodness. Bears.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. TCU.
Horn
frog. I said horn frog.
Oh my gosh, where are we going with this? Texas
I
Tech.
got dyslexic.
Texas Tech.
Raiders.
All right, Kansas State.
Wildcats.
All right, West Virginia.
Mountaineers.
There you go. Kansas.
Jayhawks.
Cincinnati.
Bengals.
Bearcats.
Yeah, Houston.
Did you say Bengals?
Cincinnati.
Houston's Cougars.
Yeah, Houston's the Cougars. Yeah. Utah.
Utes.
There you go. UCF.
I just remember that one year they beat Alabama when they didn't give a crap, and I went up to somebody that was an Alabama fan. I can't remember. I said, "What the hell's a Ute?" Of course, we didn't even make a bowl game that year.
UCF.
Knights.
There you go. Arizona.
Wildcats.
All right, and finally Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State's Cowboys.
There you go. Okay.
I was looking at them on the wagon.
There you go. All right. Well, That'll be enough torture for these guys. I'm not going to send you down the Sun Belt or the MAC.
Can we do better than them?
No.
No?
No. The only one they got stumped on a couple MAC ones in Sam Houston.
Old Dominion, that one.
Yeah.
Old Dominion, I'm mad at that one.
Basically, when it comes to the American Conference, if you say Owls, you're going to be right 4 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got
about to say about a quarter of the time.
Next time, yes, just say Owls all the time.
Tigers.
I would say you can say Tigers and Wildcats every time, and you'd probably get about half of them.
Alabama Owls.
Going here to the WWE, got a may or may not have a PLE this weekend. Not to get into politics too much, but they're supposed to go to Saudi Arabia. It does look like all plans are moving forward like they are going to have it, but certainly not the best time to be sending your top talent to the Middle East.
Because that's the thing, like you got to look at probably what would be the last 2 fights tonight. You got CM Punk, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton, and that's 4 of your probably 10 biggest stars right there.
Well, look, Iran may not can send a rocket to hit us here in the States, but by God, they can to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it's in bad taste.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're Triple H or if you're whoever's making that decision, it's in bad taste. By God, go to New Orleans. You already gypped them out of a Super Bowl. By God,
WrestleMania.
Go to New Orleans.
Because it's a good card.
Yeah.
They could.
It's a great card.
I mean, I know it's a short notice, but they could easily go down to New Orleans. Or, I mean, they could go anywhere. I mean, having a card.
Come to the Ralph.
Yeah,
come to Ralph.
We
sell that mother out.
We'll commentate it for you.
That would be the greatest champions of all time.
Yeah, we ain't blowing up John Cena over in Saudi Arabia. We'll blow him up here in Lawrenceburg.
Yeah.
Dude, the promo he gave the other night,
Dude, that was
maybe the
His
greatest.
pipe bomb?
Full circle.
It has been the greatest breaking the third wall promo you will ever see.
ever.
Hey, Matt Cordona.
I mean, when he got up on the top rope,
You knew exactly what was happening.
I thought he's fixing to tear this roof off.
Yeah.
And listen. He even called him out. He said, "In case you can't tell by the judge the way this crowd's reacting," he said, "things are starting to turn."
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Maybe this will finally make Cena look like a good heel. Because I feel like it's just been kind of awkward the whole time. Like, it feels weird.
Well,
that right
it feels
there
weird because it's never happened.
Yeah.
I think his promos. I think it's starting to show how great of an actor he is.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's taking on that side of it as well.
I think Vince somewhere is in his nursing home or jail cell, watching him saying, "God, I should have turned him heel 15 years ago and let him cook."
Yeah, just let him go. But I tell you, I wonder what CM Punk was thinking laying there on that table. Just having to take all
No,
that.
he was laying there going, "Ooh,
Ooh, yeah. He
that
got me there.
Because he's remembering his pop bomb, and he's like, oh, no.
Yep, he got me there too.
I'm just gonna lay here and listen to all this crap."
He was hoping that ref was coming in about 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
You okay? Somebody roll me out.
Get a stretcher. Get a stretcher.
Get a stretcher. Do something.
Shoot, when I did this, I was on the stage and seen him in the ring, and he didn't do it right. I didn't do it right next to him.
Well, it's funny because the original pop bomb came after an R-Truth and John Cena fight.
Yeah. It's great, but it was a great promo. He had all of us. He had the crowd in the palm of his hand, and that's what great wrestling storylines can do.
Is it SmackDown that's
It's in
coming to
Saudi.
Nashville pretty quick?
Yes,
Yeah.
July
Oh
11th.
yeah. Well, yeah.
And hey,
And
tickets
this is
are.
what I
Yeah.
hate.
Michael was saying.
But this is what I hate about
Tickets are reasonable.
WWE. They well before Jay and Cody fought, they announced that Jay would be fighting Gunther for the
heavyweight title.
heavyweight
And now
title
I'm kind
at that SmackDown. I thought, well, that shows you that
He's
Jay's not going to win this one or go win at Saudi Arabia.
As soon as they
I
said
thought, that's
that,
terrible.
Well, and that tells you what's going to happen because now Gunther and Goldberg are fighting the next night for the heavyweight championship, unless they want to change that the last day. But
that is right, because that's
is
Friday
so-
night, and then
and that's the next day.
all we can
next
hope for is that Jey Uso loses in Nashville, and he comes down and does something so Goldberg don't have to go in this match, because it's going to be terrible.
Yes.
I know Gunther can he can lead it and he can carry it, but Goldberg, it's just terrible.
He could barely
Well,
walk down
that's
the
the
ring.
thing is like when Jay lost his title and I started scrolling through Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. It's like, oh, they're going to set up this fight with Goldberg, and I'm like, dude, he's 60.
Yeah.
Well,
What are we doing?
Barely moved.
It's better that he's fighting Gunther with that style than it is Jay.
Yeah.
Because it would be a horrible match.
Oh,
At least
terrible.
Gunther can slow it down, chop him to death, keep it slow, keep it simple. Goldberg can hit his 3 spots that he knows how to hit. Maybe.
He can kick him if he can stand on one leg.
Yeah.
He can spear him and he can jackhammer him.
That's it.
Gunther's
sitting there.
I saw something on Instagram.
He's calling him a one-trick pony.
Like he kicked Bret Hart.
I saw something on Instagram, Clinton. I know you'll think it's funny. You know how you complained about the commercial breaks? I saw something that said, well, if you want to get your commercial breaks in, play it during the Gunther and Goldberg fight, because that's going to be when you get them in.
Yeah, I'm just hoping we have some other good fights on that Saturday night card. Cause,
Yeah, I mean, they really ain't set a card out yet. So
I would say that's the only fight we know right now.
Sounds like that might be the main
July
event.
the 11th, Friday night. Y'all in?
Listen, I was looking at Ticketmaster.
Will,
The cards
Will, I
are
know you're
reasonable.
watching. We need your credit card.
Yeah.
And you're driving.
Yeah, Will.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? I think Ben could pay for it. It could be a business trip.
Lord, we'd never go.
Wait a minute. He would never call us back to say, boys, it's confirmed.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, we'd be waiting until next year.
Will, we need you, Will.
We do. Plus, it would be fun to take a road trip with Will. I don't know. Mandy Rose won't be there. We know how much Will loves Mandy.
Nah, Will go.
Yeah.
Now, he probably won't pay for all of us,
That's
but he'll
true.
go.
Yeah.
And he'll buy the tickets, and we can pay him.
Will he drive?
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Okay.
And that's gonna be the second week. SmackDown's back to 2 hours, so we'll get home in a reasonable time too.
All right, Will, text us.
Yep, we're waiting. I just touched my phone and you hadn't texted yet.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's what we're waiting on.
Of course, he may be watching 6U All-Stars right now,
Yeah,
too.
he may not be
for
caring.
Summertown.
He may not be caring.
He'll see it.
Yeah,
He don't miss
will.
one of our shows.
He's a faithful watcher.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next, guys, our final segment of the show. We got all of us got something to get off our chests. It's coming up next.
For high school athletes, every game counts. You push your limits and you chase your dreams. But when injury strikes, you need more than just recovery. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedics, we're here to get you back in the game faster and stronger. From cutting-edge treatments to personalized and compassionate care, we're here for your every move. Our specialized team of experts encompass decades of experience in sports-related injuries. Dr. Paul Thomas, Melanie Durham, and Julie Marcus offer the most comprehensive care from diagnosis to recovery. With advanced treatments and tailored rehabilitation plans, we'll help you heal stronger and faster. Trust Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep you at your best because your future is worth it.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
Hey Lawrenceburg, looking for something new? Come to Happy G's, located at 210 East Gain Street. We have pitching machines, batting cages, and even indoor golf. Powered by TrackMan, our system is perfect for practice or play. With over 300 courses as well as multiple mini games, it is perfect for all ages and abilities. We even offer packages for group events such as birthday parties and business lunches. So let's go! Come get your game on indoors at Happy G's.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome to X Sports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen. Final segment of the show, guys. Got some things to get off our chest. We'll let the young guys go here first.
I'll go first. And Michael, I saw it, and I know you saw it, and you brought it up today. I'm okay with Oklahoma City naming, the day they won the championship, Oklahoma City Thunder Day in Oklahoma. but having every day of the month as a different player or coach, or June 1st is Sam Presti Day, and June 2nd is our coach's day, and then go so on and so forth, and then June 30th is Shea Gilchrist. I mean, we get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm about to say that was going to be.
I don't know. It's a small rant, but
you ain't got to celebrate.
Huh? I ain't gonna celebrate.
I
ain't going to. Yeah.
I would say I just feel it's weird that they took a whole. I mean, the entire month of July now is going to be used for celebrating the Oklahoma City Thunder winning the title
Take
once.
them off social media, guys. You want to know?
That's true. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. And they got to celebrate their secretary. You know, Norma Day.
Everything.
I bet you half the people in Dallas like, well, it's about time.
Yeah.
What do you guys got?
I don't have a negative rant. I got a positive rant. I want to let everybody know that the barber shop is now open 6 days a week. I got a new barber, Mr. Jack Welch, a 2024 graduate of Loretta, former football player. Yeah. And Jack can do a lot of these younger style haircuts that I don't want to do. Like I had a kid come in the other day and said, "Can you put my baseball number in there?" And I said, "Is it 1?" And Jack can do any of them. So
that's awesome.
So I'm gonna handle the older folks, and he's gonna handle the younger folks. And Jack does a really good job. We're open 6 days a week now, till 2 on Saturdays, and tomorrow's his first full day. He's been kind of working the last 3 weeks, just kind of getting his feet wet. But come see us. We're there 8 to 5 every day, and then till 2 on Saturday. So you never have to wait long in my barbershop anyways, but you sure won't have to now.
Awesome.
And I get to play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
No, you
Free
can't.
video
Dusty's son has them.
Oh.
He took all the Spider-Man games.
For PS4 he did.
Is that why you were watching true crime YouTube videos when I was in there today?
Mr. Baldwin, too. That's somebody we need in our corner for this podcast.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yeah.
His stuff is good. He's got some crazy stories. What you got, big fella?
All right. I really had a rant. Like I was really fixing to blow somebody's hair back, and that's coming.
Yeah.
It may be next week. But what I want to say is I want to thank our first responders. I know we all have social media and we're on it all the time. They've been very busy the past couple of weeks. Been some crazy things been going on here in town, and I just want to give props to our EMS and our police and our fire and dispatch, all the people as part of our first responders, because they don't get the props that they should anyways.
Right.
And it's been hot, and it's going to continue to be hot. And I seen 2 wrecks today they was talking about. See, man, these people are out here working in this heat. I know it's their job, but thank you. Bring a bottle of water. Yeah. But anyways, I just want to give props to our first responders and what they mean for our community.
I'm right there with you, dude. Like, today was one of those days that I had to tell myself, you need to be very grateful that you don't work in asphalt or bricklaying or something like that, because, I mean, I was sweating. I'll tell you who I felt sorry for the most these last 2 weeks when it got so hot. It's my underwear. I mean, listen, boys, I don't know about y'all, but, I mean, the fatter and the older I get, I mean, this humidity, it just cleans me out. I can't take it. So, to what you were saying, like, these guys out working it. It seems like every day there's a WLX or a
wreck on Buffalo Road.
Local 43 TV. So,
yeah. I mean, that there is a wreck every day, and I mean that's people out in it having to work it, and
that's not a quick cleanup either.
No, and we see our record services out. I know we have several here in town. It's just like I said, just giving props to them. It's our time, we can talk about them. So that's all I got.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Yeah, it's much needed.
Yeah, much needed. I really don't. I had a rant earlier, but things are better now. I'm potty training my wife and I are potty training a 3-year-old, so our nerves are a bit sharp right now, just a little bit. You guys have been through it before with your all your kids before, and it's kind of a little stressful situation. But just want to shout out our network and Exports for the Hall of Fame that we had last week. Dusty was a part of it, and it was a great evening. We had a good time. I enjoy it because I learn a lot. Obviously not being from here, so I get a chance to learn about some Hall of Fame inductees. Obviously, going to have it next year again. Have the awards every year, and we just had a good night. It was a good time for everybody, and just looking forward to it again next year.
Yeah, and I would say I'll second that, because sports are so big in this county, because it's a bunch of small towns and stuff like that. Sports is really what brings us together, and for us to be able to have a way to kind of compile all three schools' success in one place, kind of like that, I think that is really, really cool.
Yeah, and big shout out, Ben. I know you take a lot of crap from us, but you did a good job putting that together. But I will say this: if he don't have that refrigerator stock and coffee in there next week, I'm gonna burn this son of a gun to the ground.
Listen, before we do that, it's a power bomb through this table.
It's
We're
a
gonna
prop.
do old school. This is gonna be a prop.
It's gonna be a prop.
Dusty, get the table.
He's going through it.
We had to set up that thing. How many times did we go? I pulled out that thing full of tables. I go, Hayden, get the tables.
That's what we were doing the whole time. We were like,
AJ,
get the tables.
I'm gonna fill that refrigerator myself.
We'll put a padlock on it.
Yep, and then we'll be the ones that can get in it.
That's probably the way to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Starve them.
We'll starve them out.
And we'll put a GoPro in there so we can watch all the weather guys' reaction to coming into it. Are you okay?
It's got a cramp.
Oh God! Drink all that sun drop. Yeah, just drudge.
Rub it, Dusty. Oh Lord Jesus. Let's go home.
He says, I'm suing every time I come here.
Clint, Dusty, Hayden, Michael, and myself. This is Exports Live, brought to you by C&B Linen. We'll see you guys next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.